Hi, I'm Megan. Welcome to today's live reading of Dr. Frank Enstein by C.A. King, presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Join me. Chapter 1, Frank. This was it, the end. He barely began to live, and in an instant it was over. At the age of 10, there wasn't much of a life to flash before his eyes. Still, what little was there did. Stop, drop, and roll. That's what they were taught in school. Unfortunately, it only worked when the person was on fire, not when the walls surrounding said person were engulfed in flames. Beelining to the nearest exit wasn't always plausible. No one taught classes to children on what to do if they found themselves stuck in a burning building with no clear path to anything. Frank crouched down in his closet. Although the premise of hiding was sound, seeing as there were no flames, the idea itself was flawed. Fire sent out its general smoke and heat, those who easily sought out victims for persecution. Eyes stunned, watering. Mom, he called out. Mom, where are you? I'm right here, baby, a woman's voice said, coughing. Hang on, I'm coming. Stay away from the walls. Ow. A sizzling sound forced a bout of shivers from top to bottom and back again, his small frame trembling, teeth chattering, despite the soaring temperature around him. A moment later, a wet towel was draped over his head and face, weighing him down, nestling closer and closer to his mother's chest. Being swaddled made fear melt away, a soothing mother's embrace from a woman who embraced motherhood. Breathing was easier, although it was obvious his saviors remained strained. Every gasp for air she drew was a little heavier and more impeded than the last, wheezing without complaining. Everything's fine, she insisted in a reassuring voice, despite the noticeable fact her arms were saying otherwise. They were shaking like a leaf. Still, he believed her. What child wouldn't take the word of his or her mother without doubt? Trust was an unbreakable bond forged at birth. The creaking groans of burning wood threatened to cave in at any time. The crashes and bangs around the two confirmed the worst. He clung to his mother's neck, squeezing. Loud sounds became muffled background noises, and then everything stopped. Silence. It wasn't necessary to see to know what was happening. The change in direction of his body, the panic, the fear. They were falling. Muscles tense, preparing for the impact. It was over in an instant. His mother protected him from that too. Sound returned, vibrating in youthful ears. This was a stronger wailing than he'd heard before, up close and personal. Flashing lights blinded, mixing together to create a never-ending spinning of red, drowned out only by the intensity of the flames and billowing smoke. Water. The spray came right through the wet cloth, much cooler than when their escape began. A new set of arms lifted him, almost dropping him on the ground in a bundle before rushing to where the others, dressed in big jackets and tan overalls, huddled in an oval shape, hiding, obstructing. Vision faded in and out through watering eyes, smoke filling the air. He blinked several times, trying to make sense of the sights. Heat and thick gray clouds obscuring every which way he glanced. Small hands rubbed already reddened eyes. Why was he alone? Where was she? Where was his mother? Hello, a paramedic said, squatting beside him. My mom? He barely squeaked out, eyes searching through tears for the answer he wanted to hear. She's being helped by a lot of good people, the paramedic replied, briefly glancing over at the crowd several feet away. She's going to need to go to the hospital for some special care, though. Is she going to be all right? The urgency in his tone reached even his own ears. The answer was obvious. Things were about to change, and they'd never be the same again. You know what? The fireman raked his teeth over his bottom lip. It's my job to make sure you're okay. Can we do that, and then we can check on your mom? He waited for a nod. Good. You can call me Jake. What's your name? Frank, he replied. My mom calls me Frankie sometimes. Okay, Frankie, Jake said, offering a comforting smile. Are you hurt anywhere? Frank shrugged, eyes veering toward the now visible limp body on the lawn. Jake turned his head so their gazes met. Over here, he insisted, drawing attention from the ghastly sight. Let them take care of your mother while I take care of you. She wouldn't be happy if you weren't given proper medical attention, right?